London. It feels so nice not to be drenched in sweat, which is what last week was, despite what all the highlight reels are going to tell you. I'm back. We got back late last night I flew from Cannes to Amsterdam for a family reunion. We flew from Amsterdam back last night and I slept for like 10 hours. So that's good. This morning I went and did a big food shop first thing, and today is the only day I've got in the house for like laptop admin work, filming, etc. So we've got a packed schedule ahead of a even more packed week. There is so much happening this week. I'm just like, no rest for the wicked. I am going to try and take Friday off. We'll see how that goes, just because it's too much and I'm working on Saturday again. So we're about to jump on a briefing call for a campaign that goes live tomorrow that I've got to film today. It's like a really reactive news piece, which actually came off the back of me going to Meta's event 3 weeks ago now. And do you remember when I really stressed to get that piece of content live? I was like, I just need to get this piece of content live. I know I'm going to be late for dinner, but I need to get it live. That wasn't a paid deliverable, but I knew I had to get it live. I've been booked for this campaign off the back of that piece of content because they want me to do that for this announcement as well. Got to make organic content for companies to want to pay you to make more content. They've got to see themselves in your content. So you've got to create it and dedicate time to creating it. So it is 9:30 and I'm going to jump on that call right now.
Great. Thank you so much for taking the time, Grace. I know it was a bit tricky.
Okay, had a successful briefing call for Sophie's event in September, which was really fun. Really got my head and juices flowing, actually. Trust Sophie to be curating such a great panel. I'm so excited for that event. And then I had another call with actually a friend who's really interested in getting into the talent management space for creators. And I was talking all about, from my perspective, why I haven't gone with management yet. More on that another time. And yeah, it was just really interesting to speak that through. I love having industry conversations. I then uploaded all of my footage for this week's vlog. I reviewed one of the edits I've had done of my interviews from LA, which I'm going to be uploading this week. And now I'm just going through, I thought you'd be interested in seeing this. People are always like, how do you plan your content? Pen, paper. I can't do it another way. Then yes, I should put this into Notion or put it into somewhere. The reality is, unless I create a grid like this and I write out all of the content I've got to deliver in the next week or so, including brand partnerships, I have to do it like this. I have to get the pen and paper out. It's how my brain works. So I think I'm in a good position, but I do need to now create a lot of this content. And a lot of it is reliant on big events that are happening this week where I'm going and then creating content off the back of it. So yeah, today is this sort of day. But I am going to go do a Pilates class now because it's been a solid, probably 2 weeks since I've last done one. And I think that's the reality of Cannes. I'm still processing Cannes Lions, but the reality is it's absolutely doable. It's not as scary as everyone makes it out to be, but you do have to sacrifice everything. Anything happening back home, emails, fitness, all of that sort of stuff. If you want to go all in, you have to throw yourself all in my opinion. But my health and fitness has come second, which isn't what I love to do, as you'll know. So we're going to get back into the gym starting today and then come back and do a little content creation this evening. So yeah, a little bit more of a admin day today in getting back to life after Cannes, because tomorrow all day event, Wednesday morning speaking event, Wednesday afternoon brand event, Thursday filming with Meta, and then I've got to film 2 more videos in the afternoon. So a lot happening in terms of brand and content creation this week. So I really needed today to do everything I'm doing and have done. So that's really good. And as I said, we'll see how the week goes. Even if I get Friday afternoon off, that would be great, because we're actually at Silverstone all of Saturday for the F1, which was part of a brand partnership I did. So yeah, it's pretty insane. When I look at the list that I've got here of the brand partnerships I'm currently working with, my brain doesn't allow me to even, I don't know, I just write these words down WhatsApp, Meta, YouTube, Klaviyo, they're massive, massive platforms and tools, and they're who I get to work with right now. Is just completely insane. One thing I will say from Cannes is I really did start introducing myself as a creator, and I didn't find it cringe. I was really proud to say that I was doing it, and I just am really proud of the brands I'm working with right now. But I do want to make sure that the content I'm creating organically is the highest value it can possibly be. And to do that, I know I keep saying it, and I have a team, and then it changes, and then the needs change, but getting a team in place, I want to have like a writer's room on a Monday and create like this media business around what I'm doing. And we're almost there. Like we're almost in a position to commit to it. And I'm really excited. Anyway, that was a bit of a rant. I'm going to go do Pilates now because my brain is going to explode and I need to get out of here to then come back. I just saw, sorry, this is what I mean, my brain is wired. I think you guys like when I do these crazy rants, but here we go. ChatGPT just posted a video about what the impact of Cannes actually is. And I'm just going to get her quote. She basically compared it to like what an experience of going to a top US university is like. Like, yes, you get the degree, but you get surrounded by minds who think bigger than you. And that's what Cannes has done for me. Like, you are the small fish in a massive pond. And what that does to you is it makes you see the potential of where you could go. And the proximity and osmosis of being around brains like that makes you believe that anything is possible. And so putting yourself in situations like Cannes actually, yes, is amazing for the conversations you have, but the reset it has, and like the way it rewires your brain, this is what she was talking about, and I resonated with it so much. The way it rewires your brain to think and allow you to believe that anything is possible is truly the greatest gift I think these sort of opportunities give you. So I'm operating on this crazy high right now because I genuinely feel like the world is my oyster, and I believe it. And I think when I say like I was introducing myself as a creator, it's because I felt so much power in doing so, because people were looking to us as creators for what's next. And I feel this responsibility on my shoulders to deliver that, but in like the most exciting way. And I was like at this family reunion this weekend, and everyone was like, Grace, you're working so hard, you're doing so much. And I'm like, I feel so alive. Like, I used to work in a job where I did so much and I was exhausted, right? I'm probably doing more now than I did in that role, like for sure, especially because I don't have a team to delegate to, really. But I don't feel tired by it, you know? Like, I feel alive. And I think that's different to even a few months ago. Like, you may notice a difference. Like, I'm noticing a difference in myself. I feel so motivated, inspired, and excited. And it just runs through your veins. It truly runs through your veins. Okay, I've actually got to go to Pilates now. Good morning from a slightly rainy London. Whoa. Which is very, very welcome after the extreme heat we've had. I'm like, give me a little bit of rain. It's cool and I'm not mad about it. I am heading to Klaviyo's big landmark London event. There are two people in as well. People who will hear me say Klaviyo and be like, I know. And people who will be like, who? And the difference between those two groups of people are marketers and non-marketers. Because Klaviyo has a big place in my heart as a marketer for CRM. It's the best. Whether it's for like email, SMS, it's like, oh my God. That was good reflexes from me. Just a runner, just a jogger, it's all good. And they've invited me today to come to this big event where they're doing big product reveals, talking us through new products, there's keynotes, there's all sorts of things, and they've asked me to come and capture the event. Not on here. So this is just bonus. As you guys know, I just take you along for everything. But I'm excited, Ava is coming. We're gonna capture some content. I've got 2 reels to deliver here. I'm absolutely loving how brands are inviting creators to these events and encouraging us to create content as part of the deliverables, as opposed to, like, it just feels like you're actually part of something, you know? Like, you're actually part of the moment, and I'm seeing more and more brands want to like use me as like a creator correspondent, and I think that's really interesting. I just got on the way here, just getting my YouTube LinkedIn post live. No rest for the wicked. It's currently 9:30. We've come to the other side of London, and I'm excited. I love Klaviyo. I feel like this event is going to feed my nerdy marketing brain, and I've heard there's a surprise act of sorts too. So yeah, it's kind of like Cannes 2.0, but marketing edition. Let's go see. Okay, the expo's been going all morning. We've done keynotes, activations. So many of the brands that work with Klaviyo are here activating, like Current Body. We did some red light masks and Living Proof, which is my favorite shampoo, as you guys know. And now we're just going to film one of my deliverables, which is a product recap video. So we're just going to set up here, and you can see how many takes it takes for us to get it. That's going to be a long clip. So we've just filmed the deliverable, which we've done, and now we've come into this room where they're doing free headshots. This is a very cool event. Although you have got an audience of people watching you, which is a little bit stressful. Come to work with me and I will force you to do all of the activations too. So Ava's getting new LinkedIn headshots as we speak. Okay, we just did some headshots, which was very cute. Wait, I'll show you. The one I ended up getting printed. So good just to get this sort of thing free at an event. Very cute, they had little props, very fun. And now there are some breakout sessions. So there's a panel with Refi and Sculpted by Amy and some other beauty brands, and then another one with Victoria Beckham, Casablanca, Billionaire Boys Club. So like some really cool brands here. And we're just going to go and do some listening and listening to the panels now. We've done most of our filming, so now we can just like actually enjoy the event.
We're kind of reinforcing that we're grateful for just that moment, just that, you know.
Everyone's just coming out of the previous talks and we're about to go into those talks. Loyalty, retention, community, it doesn't get spoken about enough. Like I, in my heart, love Klaviyo so much because it turns attention, which you get on social media, into qualified conversions where you can attribute conversion back to it, but also the way you can personalize journeys through the CRM. Like it's not the sexy part of marketing. It was probably one of the hardest areas to hire for because there are very few people who are very good at it, but it's the most valuable. Like 18 billion worth of revenue has been attributed back to Klaviyo customers since they started, and that is an astonishing amount of money because what they can do better than anyone else is the personalized journeys. And what do I talk about all the time is like your discovery, my discovery, your conversion, my conversion to a brand is never going to be the same. So why do we treat the journeys as the same? We shouldn't. Klaviyo allows you to ultra personalize everything you do, and it's just reminded me how important this area of marketing is, like the bottom of funnel, the loyalty connection, the loyalty, retention, community aspect, which I don't think gets spoken about enough, but having everyone here at an event to talk about it is actually probably going to move the needle more than like a social media event. It feels in many ways more valuable. Yeah, excited. Hello, it is several hours later now. It's actually 11:20 p.m, which means we really need to go to bed. I literally got back from the event, changed as quickly as I could because it was so hot and overstimulating, as much as it was amazing, and have just cracked on with so much work. We did go outside for like a half an hour walk after dinner, but we ate dinner with our laptops. It's just one of those weeks we had to turn around the content from today and get that over for review. I had YouTube deliverables I had to finish creating and get them over to client for review. I had to get I've got working with a new content creator at my event tomorrow morning, so I had to get her all briefed in. I've written a script for that, sent that to her, set my expectations, had that conversation. I've done a load of emails and inquiries and things like that. All very cool stuff. But all the stuff that has to happen when you go to these events all day. And I still don't think of that as work, even though that is the revenue driving opportunity. So that's something I need to figure out in my mind. Yeah, I can't even remember what else we've done. We've done a lot of other stuff this evening, but it is 23:23 to be precise, which is way too late for me to be working, and I have had a really good stint the last hour or so. I do have to leave the house at 8 a.m. tomorrow for a talk, so I'm gonna have to be up at like 6:30, so it is time to go to bed. I just wanted to show you the reality in case this is the first time you're watching and you did think it was all glamorous. Oh no. Delirium. It's delirium. And we've got the World Cup on in the background. Happy Tuesday. See you tomorrow. Good morning. We are on our way to Meta this morning to go and deliver a Fireside chat with Metastat, which is quite funny because Tom at Metastat was at the first talk I ever did, and I sat next to him at a breakfast panel. This is a breakfast event today, and he literally yapped my ear off while I was still, I think I wasn't even marketing director yet, but he yapped my ear off for the full time and then persisted to follow up with me maybe every week for about 6 months until we finally started working with his agency, and now Steve is an investor in Metastat. So that conversation ended quite well for everyone. And now I get to go to one of his events and speak all about brand building and personal brand building and the role of founder brands in front of loads of founder-led brands. So that's what we're going to do this morning. We've had quite a trafficy drive up to North London, but it's fine, we're almost there now, and it's coming up for, I think, like 9 a.m, so hopefully we're not too late, but I'll take you along this morning. And then we've got some very cool events this afternoon, and then we're back at Meta tomorrow morning for something completely different. So it's a bit of a whirlwind this week, but we're riding it. Wanna say hi? We've got Ava replacement this morning. No, I've got Niran, who is covering social content this morning, because as I said would happen, Ava, I posted her and now she's the busiest girl in the entire world. So we're creating a little cohort of creators, which is great. Right, let's head to Meta.
I was bedbound. I sort of then started going down a path of alternative medicine.
Told by her doctors she'd never work and never have children, so she did what any reasonable person would do. Ignored those doctors, found Eastern medicine.
What's the journey been like since you've kind of made that transition?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, how would I describe it? So people often talk about building the plane while it's flying, right? We've all heard of that analogy. Entrepreneurs love to say it. We're building the plane while it's flying. Building my own brand is like building a plane while it's flying, but you're also the plane and the pilot. Yeah, I guess you're there controlling variables, right? You're there building, strategizing, and controlling the variables, and now I am the variable. So it's definitely an interesting shift, and I actually didn't leave my job to become a full-time creator. Like, that was absolutely not what I was intending to do. I was intending to use the audience I built to build a business and distribute it to them. I wasn't sure what the business would be. I knew it would be in the creator space. I knew it would be in the brand building space. I didn't know what it would be. But actually, as it turns out, a year later, I've leaned much more into I've stopped resisting the obvious track, which was actually that all of my revenue that I was generating and increasing month on month was coming both from brand partnerships and speaking. So actually, I was in Cannes last week. I'm sure you see a lot of familiar faces who were there too. It was the first time I confidently started introducing myself as a creator. Look, okay, so I think what people misunderstand about building a personal brand is that it's an acceleration tool, right? So you have the option when you're building a business to market through so many different channels. There's creators, there's paid, there's organic, there's out of home. There's a massive mix of channels you can choose from. And one of those channels that's working really well right now is building the founder brand or building the personal brand. Why? The oldest marketing tactic in the book. People buy from people. And in 2026, people want to know who's behind the business, why they're creating the business, and that's what they actually care about. That's what they're basing their buying and purchasing decisions on. They want to know that they can connect with the people behind it. Do they trust it? And why is that? because we have so much choice of options of brands every single day. So we're actually here early in our little room. Also didn't realise my desktop was see-through, so I just got in here. So that was great. I didn't look in a mirror before I left this morning. Anyway. Yeah, I'm a little bit early, so I'm actually just going to go through some applications because unfortunately my gorgeous, lovely vlog editor can no longer work for me because she's got another job. And she, which I really, really, really respect, like her self-awareness. She was just like, I know where you want to take this and you want to keep pushing and pushing and pushing it. And she's like, I don't have the skill set to do it. Like, I'm not the girl who's going to take you from 1 to 100. And there's a big lesson in that. The people who take you from 0 to 1, aka she's done the first year with me, she has been incredible, couldn't recommend her enough, who has worked with me through the trenches to get me from 0 to 1, 0 to 20,000 subs. It's usually not the same people who then scale you beyond that. You know, I need someone who's an absolute YouTube specialist, and it's an important lesson there. But I put a story out for YouTube vlog editors, and I need to see who's applied. So I'm going to take a look at the inbox. I haven't had a look yet, and that's what I'm doing in between like deliverables and stuff, is like hiring the team and having really honest business conversations as well, because I think you'll probably be like, oh great, you've been talking about hiring the team forever. I've gone through different iterations of what I want that team to look like, both in my own head, against the goals I want to deliver, and against business metrics, aka forecasting cash flow, which is not my area of expertise, but that is what you've got to do. Like, you've got to look at who you want, the salaries you want to pay, forecast where you think you're going to be each month for the next year, which is really hard when you're a creator. But I'm starting to, obviously, having now done this for a few years, 1 year full time, I'm starting to get a sense of like what my minimum threshold would be, my like a good level of flow, and then what like a push like higher risk salary would be, sort of thing, paying other people, like what I could afford to pay other people. So we've just been modelling and working that out the last few days. Thank God for Claude. Like, honestly, Claude Cowork has become my co-founder, and actually I think that's why I've held off hiring some roles, because it truly has like filled in spaces that I thought would need to be hired for. Like the admin side of it is crazy. Like, it is I am going to be still hiring a personal assistant, someone in person, but the way it can do like virtual VA role is crazy. Like, I just voice note it, everything it needs to add to my calendar, and they're all in my calendar within 2 seconds, all in different appointments, all with all the locations added and color coded. I then have a brief attached to every single thing in my calendar that pulls from my G Drive, my inbox, our spreadsheets, any calls I've had with that client, and it compiles everything into one brief in my calendar, so it's all there, so I don't have to be searching everywhere for a brief every time I have a campaign or every time I have an event. It's just sitting there ready for me, automated. I get daily automations of everything that's come through as a new inbound and any actions I should take. I have a day. You know what Claude hasn't done for me? Reminded me to clear my SD cards. Yeah, the amount of automations I've currently got set up that are aiding my flow and enabling me to work at the rate I'm currently working at in terms of events, traveling around, but still maintaining like all my comms is, I mean, it's pretty remarkable, to be honest. And anyone not using it, like, it's not just, I think people think Claude is like ChatGPT, like another LLM where you just like chat, and there is that feature, but co-work, I don't know how to describe it other than it can do multiple tasks all at once. So you're not just like, give me copy for this or amend this. It's like, build me a schedule, then put it in my calendar, and then build an automation where I get a brief every single day. And it can create beautiful work. It's also design led and like UX led, and it can create dashboards for you. It really is incredible. I'm not working with them yet. That is like someone I desperately want to work with, because I literally can't, I have so much to share about everything I do with them. But yeah, truly crazy. Anyway, I'm going to use this time to go through the vlog editor applications. Sorry, I just glitched out there for a second. Yeah. I wake up with songs in my head every single day.
Oh yeah, same.
And I'm always like, where's that come from? Like, was it in my dream or did you listen to something
Is it
yesterday?
Midnight Sun at the moment? But do you ever get Olivia Dean, you know, talk to me?
I actually
Like
don't.
that.
Okay, we are ready to film. Ready to go. We're filming with Honest Mobile today for the last segment of the Matter campaign. 4 out of 4.
4 out of 4.
Last time I'll be in this wool suit in July. Love it. Never quite expected to be wearing this in July.
4 times.
Do you think that's him?
Yeah.
This is who I'm going to go and interview now. Good morning. We're very, very sunny King's Cross this morning. I know I said today was not going to be a day of work, but here we are back in King's Cross for a third morning this week, for context, the other side of London, to head to see my YouTube family. They've invited me to a creator and production company roundtable to have a really honest conversation about how production companies can better support and work with creators. Oh, have the Google offices moved to their new building? Have they? This building has been in the works for, I mean, it must have been being built for the last 10 years, and it feels like that. But the Google sign is up. Does that mean they've moved? Anyway, today is a roundtable discussion which they've invited me into, which is exciting. I don't know if I'll be able to film any of it. And I'll give you a little recap afterwards if I can't. I do want to go and grab a matcha first though. I really need a matcha. I don't know where to get one around here actually. Which is unlike me, I usually know my spots. Thank you. It's good. And double points for the coconut milk. We are not in the we're not in the new building. We're in the old Google HQ. Poor me. Time to go discuss studios and creators.
I don't know what you do on the video, just wave. Say hello. Say hello. This is the whole team.
Whole squad.
Woohoo.